Hello, everyone, and welcome to 40 years celebrating Sun and Fun. We are here today at the announcer stand, and I am truly honored to have my guests with me today. I'm going to hand the mic over and let them introduce themselves. And both gentlemen probably do not need an introduction at all, but I will let them do that. Anyway, again, I'm Lori Bradner with Florida Aviation Network, and
I'm Larry Scheck-Snyder.
And I'm Rob Ryder.
we know that voice, Rob. You have been an icon, not only for those of us that have learned to fly, that you've inadvertently taught to fly through those wonderful videos, but we always hear your voices when it comes to these air shows. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the highlights, and what are your thoughts about, as we celebrate, we've been celebrating 40 years.
Go ahead, Larry, because Larry's been here longer than I have.
Well, I can tell you, I've been coming here. I was here for the 10th anniversary, so that's 30 years, okay? But I've been working for 19 with the announcer crew. So it's been quite an experience, and last night was probably the largest crowd, yesterday afternoon in fact, that I've ever seen here.
Larry, now I have to ask you, because you've piqued my interest, how did you get involved with folks like this? No offense, Rob. No, how did you get involved in announcing? Tell us a little bit about your background. We're letting out the secrets. Florida Aviation Network, that's what we do.
Okay, I flew for the airlines for a while.
Did you
and
really?
The chief announcer was an airline pilot, and the association just happened, and he worked me into his group.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. And Rob, I know many of us know you because you truly are an icon, and we look for that blue suit at every single air show.
Or whichever suit I'm wearing. Yesterday I was wearing the Raptor demo team
You
suit.
were.
I've got about 15 flight suits.
I know,
that have
and
been
we
given
love
to
to
me.
see you. Tell us a little bit about your background, and I'm interested to find out how you got involved with this whole thing.
I've always loved aviation. I was a musician and a broadcaster for a long time, and while I was working on television in the Cincinnati, Dayton, Columbus, Indianapolis area on this live show,
I'm a Yankee too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
While we were in 1978, we took our show live to what was then the 3-year-old Dayton Air Fair. And I met Art Scholl, didn't know who he was. Pappy Boyington, didn't really know who he was, but then they asked me to start volunteering, and a guy who was a longtime voice of Oshkosh, Bill Bordlow, was the voice of Dayton, allowed me a little bit of mic time, and they encouraged me, and in 1995, that was 1979, I was a volunteer until 1990, they started paying me just a little bit, joined the International Council of Air Shows in 1995, and went full-time as an air show announcer in 2006.
That's fabulous.
So in the last 7 years, I've done 145 different air shows.
Awesome. And can you tell us a little bit for our we've got individuals that are streaming live, so this is going live. Can you tell, I know, hi out there, can you tell us a little bit about some of the highlights from your perspective of this year's Sun and Fun?
2 words, Blue Angels.
Yay.
And I'm an honorary, so they are very close friends of mine. You know, I'll be putting on the Blue Angels crest that they gave me a little bit later on for the show.
Wow.
Because I'm on, yeah, it is. But I would, with my years here, I have to agree with Larry about the crowd yesterday and the beginning of last night. It was a sea of people. You tell them what you suggested we do last night.
Well, I suggested that everybody hold up their cell phones and turn the light on. And you should have seen, it was like Christmas.
Was it really?
Both ways.
Yeah,
Now,
it was
and I
phenomenal.
believe I happen to be one of those people with my cell phone in the air, so I have to admit that. And I have to tell you, you had a fabulous idea. And what did you do with that picture? Because I caught you in your flight suit. You were at the top of the tower. What were you doing?
Well, I was shooting some video of it. Unfortunately, the show went a little long last night. We lost a lot of the crowd toward the end, and so when I actually shot the video and was going to put it up on my Facebook, it would not focus right, and it was not as impressive as when we did it early on in the evening. So unfortunately, we got people a little late, and some people were getting tired and going back to their homes in the cars or going back to camping. But it's just awesome to see this kind of crowd here at Sun and Fun. And this looks awesome for a Sunday. This is my 5th year, and this looks great for a Sunday.
Fabulous.
That is correct.
Well, we'd like to invite everyone to come see us. This is our last day, and we are wrapping up. And gentlemen, it is an honor and a pleasure to have you here. And thank you for taking times out of your busy schedule, because I believe we've got a little secret, because there is an air show that starts at what time?
1:40 today. We go up until 4 o'clock when the Blue Angels take the sky. So, and I want to just say, it was great to be able to help you learn to fly sort of secondhand because of my association with Sporties,
Yes.
as their on-camera host for their training videos. I've 27 years with those guys, and the folks at Sporties and the folks at Hartzell Propeller have been very supportive of me and my efforts, both here and at Oshkosh and at other air shows around the country. So I just wanted to give a shout out to the Hartzell Propeller Company, to all the gang at Sporties, and also to the folks at Sennheiser, who keep my microphones and stuff working, not only at air shows but in the airplane, at air shows. You're hearing all Sennheiser microphones.
Awesome.
In the airplane, I'm flying with Sennheiser, and in my studio at home where I do all my voiceover work, that's all Sennheiser too. So thank you, Sennheiser, as well.
Fabulous. Well, gentlemen, it is an honor and a pleasure. I'm going to let you get back to work, and thank you for taking time. Again, I'm Lori Bradner with the Florida Aviation Network. We look forward to seeing you here for the last day as we celebrate 40 years of Sun and Fun in Lakeland, Florida. Thank you again.
Thanks, Lori.
Right, it's a pleasure. Thank you.